Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Zephyr here, and today we're going to be talking about my thoughts on social acceptance. So, I've done a fair amount of looking around on this one, and the definition is almost always fairly close to the one that I've picked out. So, if you do look it up yourself on Google, the top mark is gonna have, should have a little green graph, and then underneath it the definition that most places are giving me. So that's the definition we're going to go with for this episode, and there unfortunately are going to have to be some prerequisites that we deal with before we actually get into social acceptance. So here's the definition. Social acceptance could be defined as the fact that most people, in order to fit in with others, attempt to look and act like them. Or, sometimes, it is the ability to accept or to tolerate differences and diversity in people or groups of people. So, in short, it's all about fitting in and being an individual that promotes fitting in with the hope of society fostering that same idea of unified feeling and thinking. But what is fitting in? Well, fitting in is something we often strive for as people. Most people want to be a part of something greater than themselves. If we aren't helping to build something, many times we feel useless and that our lives might as well not even be. Fitting in is finding that purpose through others, be it a group, an idea, or even something as simple as an opinion. So why is fitting in a thing in the first place? Well, as far back as humanity goes, there have been small groups of people. You had the native tribes of the Americas, the native tribes of Africa, the native clans of ancient Europe, and many others from all over the world. We've evolved to live in groups, and it's hard to maintain surface relationships with more than 500 people and serious ones with more than 10. So it's sensible to think and feel and attempt to exist this way. Most of us haven't even evolved past the ability to juggle more relations than fucking 2. So it's hard to remember trillions of faces and trillions of names and trillions of personal preferences behind all of those faces. So why is it an issue? Well, this one goes deep. Really, really deep. There are so many factors that fall into determining why this is an issue, and those are largely for you to decide as an individual. I err on the side of individuality here, and believe that fitting in is actually something that holds us back. There will always be a need for people that fit the socially acceptable molds, but those people exist in droves. We often think that everyone is out trying to create some perfect life for themselves, but I'm surprised as an adult at how many I see just living monotonous lives in the name of normality. If you have the drive to be special, you'll make it happen through your actions or through your ideas once you find out exactly what you want to do. For those of you that want to be accepted socially, I believe that it's easier to try to be accepted than to accept your differences and create from them honestly. It's far less fulfilling to succumb to this idea, but for the effort exhibited, it's far more comfortable. Falling into that mold is something that people often do when they've given up on creating themselves. It's almost like a personal secession to life's trials. So, how can I find social acceptance? Well, one way to do it is to fall into that thing and become just like the drones you often see running around without a clue in the world, but another way that I prefer is for oneself. It is to persevere through the insults, through the disinterest of those that you wish would be interested in you. Turn your angst into motivation. Turn your internal anguish into progress. Realize that every single person is built differently and not everyone can be successful in the same ways as everyone else. Also, you have to acknowledge that it is possible to do absolutely everything right in life and still lose. That's just life. It isn't fair and it doesn't care. The thing is though, if you didn't try, well, why did you stick around? I believe that if you're going to waste your life away trying to fit into the mold, you have little respect for all those people whose lives have been cut short due to war, famine, disease, and natural disaster, amongst many other things. If you're doing your thing and you're trying your heart out at it, I can guarantee you that someone somewhere will admire you. And if you can't find it in others, admire your damn self. Look back at your life, remember what you've lived through, see your accomplishments, and look forward to your future accomplishments. Plan for your future in a reasonable way and just fucking do it. So, how can I help others find social acceptance? Well, this is as tough as any other thing when it comes to helping others. You can lead a horse to water 1,000 times and it may never drink, but you can't force it to drink. If it isn't ready, then it won't drink. That horse has to realize that it must drink when it needs to drink. If you starve while you're trying to help that horse drink, you've now killed yourself in the name of a horse that simply didn't want to drink. Don't try to help others any more than you can. Don't sacrifice your well-being at the expense of those unwilling to change. Life is beautiful, cruel, and astonishing. If you don't make the most of it, why are you here? Find out what helps you see life through eyes of wonder and a lust for progress. Then pursue that thing with unwavering passion. As a famous actor once said in a movie, "It's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep on going. That's how winning is done." Real people want to be around successful people. Those that haven't fallen victim to the false promises offered by riches and fame. Those that are genuine people. They want to be around those who have conquered their demons and stand above their self-image of worthlessness. People want heroes, but not many people can be their own. Once you become your own, you'll become a beacon of hope for others, ultimately finding not only acceptance, but a reverence. In short, social acceptance is nearly innate for us to pursue, but realistically, you have everything you need to feel accepted. It's all right there inside you. Your motivations, your passions, your dreams, your plans are all what will bring you a feeling of acceptance, whether it be through yourself or socially, because once you accept yourself, you will find social acceptance. Along the road to accepting who you are, you will find social acceptance. People want to be around leaders, and only leaders can look at themselves and say, this is where I'm wrong, this is where I'm right, and this is what I need to change. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Show it to someone who needs to see it. You take it easy.